Good morning. Good morning. Make sure my lens is all clean. Wipe your face, girl. Wipe your face. Alright. Give me just a sec. Alright. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Oh, my notifications. I'm so sorry. That's my lovely assistant sharing my video. Y'all, Becky is a godsend. She is so freaking nice and so sweet. I am so blessed to have the best viewers. You guys are turning into friends, and I love it. I love it. I'm so blessed. You guys have no idea how blessed I am. And, a lot of people will say, oh, you're lucky. I'm not lucky. I'm blessed. God puts people into your lives for a reason, and there's no mistake about that. So I am blessed whenever I say I meet the best people. And it's all because of this crazy thing called the interwebs. I need $340. I'm so close. We've chipped it away. So we chipped away over $500 last night. But we need $340 more. We're so close. I have till midnight. I'm like, I don't want to go to work today. I just want to stay and sell. But I can't do that. So I gotta put this face on and get out the dough. So we're gonna do that. But I am gonna use a full face of Because products, even though it's not a selling video. But if you feel compelled to buy something, speak up. So what I'm gonna do is put on my fancy ears. The Because goal is not it. No, actually, you don't really have a set amount you have to sell. But what it is I got a phone call last night from Tressa, who's one of our corporate people, and she said she's on her way home at this point, so she's calling me from the car, and she said, Lois, I don't know if you realize this, and I know it's like 2 days away from the end of the month, but, and by this point, she lied because it's only a day and a half, not 2 days, and she goes, but, all you need is $850 as a team, so anybody I had signed up for myself, to sell to rank advance. So my ultimate goal was I want to become an ambassador so that I can start donating 3% of my commissionable sales. It won't come out of my pocket, it'll come out of Because's pocket, to an organization of my choice. And that choice is a place called Halo Keepers. Not Halo Keepers, I'm sorry. That's a place I do makeup for. It's the kids with cancer. They have a ball every year, and a superhero and princess ball, and I go do makeup for them. Anyway, it's called, of course I can't think of it. Hold on. I can see it in my brain. I can see their logo in my brain. Anyway, I'll explain to you what it is. It's kids that have heart defects. So what it is this organization, it's killing me because I know the name of it. Anyway, they help families who don't know what to do. Like, okay, so if your kid falls sick and you end up in the ER, and then you go from the ER to a pediatric cardiology floor, and like they're like, oh, your kid's gonna die if you don't get life-saving surgery or a heart donated or whatever, and you're like, well, what do I do? I don't have insurance. I can't afford this surgery. Like, you don't know what to do. You're stuck in the hospital. Your kid can't leave. You don't shower for days. Like, you just don't know what to do. So this organization's a nonprofit. Most of them have children that have been through this, and they go and provide hygienic baskets for them so they can shower. They give them snack baskets so they can eat while they're in the hospital. They give them advice on what they should do as far as getting funding to get the life-saving surgery that they need. Just advice and support for those families. So that is the organization that I want to donate to, but I have to reach ambassador level to do it. So I'm so close to rank advancing to the next step to get to that point. So that's why I'm like really pushing, because I only need like $350. But I am so excited. This is the closest I've ever been to that. Sorry, y'all acts a fool sometimes. Alright, so we're going to start off by... It should be better now, Mickey. Is it better? Good morning. Nicole. Good morning, girl. Alright. I don't use too much of this. Wait. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying. I have till midnight tonight. Till midnight. So, I really got to, like, really put my all into it. Okay. Yeah, I have a picture that shows exactly what comes in. There's 2 different kits you can get. They said that if you wanted to go ahead and purchase the kit, you can, and then once you get your second free item, because that's the end of the month, July 31st. And so if you guys don't know, today is July 31st. It's the last day of the month. But this is a very special day for me, and it would mean so freaking much if I did make my goal, because today is my dad's birthday, who passed away back in 2010. And it's always hard on this day, you know what I mean? But it's so crazy because I have this goal, and it's kind of like trying to keep my mind off of everything, but usually this day's really hard. So just keep me in your prayers. We're going to get through this day, and we're not going to cry today. Anyway. Yeah, this day and then February 11th is really hard, even though they have him listed as passing away on the 12th, because technically that's when they pulled the plug. Oh wow, Michelle. He also was having heart issues before he passed away. He had a couple of heart attacks, and we honestly don't even know why he died. His kidneys were starting to fail, but he was in dialysis, and God, I hate this. Sounds so gloomy. Like I'm just talking about my dad. Anyway, he went into the hospital, and he came out having to have dialysis done, which was good because at least we knew what he needed to do. This is the primer. I've had this primer since December. I mean, it's a really awesome primer. Makes your face feel really good, and you don't have to use a lot. Seriously, like that little bit. You know how much of the matte one that I use from Wet n Wild, like this is all you need. Seriously. But yeah, so he goes into the hospital, and they're like, yeah, he needs dialysis. His kidneys are failing, so he was going to dialysis anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week. Well, he was in the clinic when he died. Yeah. It's been 8 years, but it still is hard. Especially when my oldest son remembers him most. He spent a lot of time with my dad. My dad would watch my kids while I was at work. He used to come over here. I would be sleeping, and I'd wake up, and he would be like washing, if there's anything in the sink, he'd be washing the dishes, starting my laundry, getting the kids up for school. And like, even if I had a day off, he would still come over and do that. It was still so crazy, you know. And they didn't have a vehicle, so Joe and I got them a vehicle, my mom and dad. So he would drive I'd pay the insurance on the car. He'd drive it over here every day and get my kids up ready for school. I'm like, Dad, I'm off today. He's like, just sleep. I got it. I'm like, okay, Dad. Yay! I wish you were closer. I would do your makeup. Oh, if you guys are new, please subscribe. if I do use a pore filler, like that stick that I use, which I only use it when I have a primer that doesn't fill my pores, I will use that after my regular primer. He was an awesome dad. Growing up, it was a little rough because his priorities were a little different when we were growing up, but after we grew up, and he fell in love with my kids more than he did with us. He loved us too, but he loved my kids better. I don't know. I think that's just how grandparents are. But he really like simmered down and realized what life was about. And he told my mom, he was like, I really want to make it up through. He's like, I know I was not the best to Lois, but he's like, I really want to make it up through her kids. Like, I know you can't do that, but I gotta work. He did like to clean, so I guess that's probably maybe that's it, huh? Alright, so I like to mix two of these foundations. I'm in between shades. I know they don't look like, so I'm in between shades, so I use the medium walnut and the deep mocha. So I mix these two shades to get my personalized shade. And let me find my petri dish. So this is considered a medium buildable coverage foundation. At first I couldn't figure out how to build it, so I just kind of left it alone and didn't use it. I was like, oh, it works great for natural if you like a natural finish, and it does. Looks great for a natural finish, but I finally realized how to get it to full coverage. You got to use a better brush. I was trying to use a stipple brush and that wasn't working. And I tried the beauty sponge. Yeah, hi Christine. I was using I probably used way too much foundation, but I mixed them, so it's like, I gotta mix them properly. Okay, it's okay, because what I don't use, I put in my little container and I use later. Sounds gross, doesn't it? But I promise it makes sense. Yeah, my dad, I would come home from work. Good morning, Leslie. I would come home from work and he would already have dinner started or done, depending on what time I got done. And, I mean, gosh, I can't believe, I had it so freaking easy. You can't get on YouTube? Lola, make sure you're logged in. She's PMing me. Hold on. She probably can hear me. Okay, so Hannah, sign in, and then there's a button that says enable chat, or let me see if I can pull it up on my end. Hold on. I've never actually watched a live YouTube video. I've only ever done them. That's crazy, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. My videos. Alright, so when you're logged in, Annette, Lola, down here where it says top chat, click on that. Oh, you're going live? Okay, sorry. So if you click on top chat, that all pops up. Okay. How you doing? Alright, so I showed you guys a brush that we just released from Because Cosmetics, so I'm going to use that today. You need to get full coverage out of this foundation. I feel some people may do it a different way. This is just my technique, and just remember what might work for me. Might not work for everybody, but I think I cracked the code. So this is the brand new brush. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. It is a complexion brush, meaning this brush can do many things. Oh, Crystal, wait till you see. Okay, so like this foundation, I love a full coverage foundation, and for so long I was like, I can't wear this foundation because I have all of these problem areas, and this brush helps to make the foundation full coverage so that it doesn't, and it's so dense. You can literally use it for powders, creams, liquids, whatever, and it works flawless for everything. Hey girl, Hey girl, your husband was so sweet in your little post talking about how beautiful you are. I saw that. I saw that. He's trying to butter up his wife because you about to have his baby. About to have his baby. Alright, so you take your brush, right? And you're gonna don't press it into your skin. He is cheesy, but that's so cute. You gotta keep her, girl. Good job, Mr. Alley. Did you get one, Annette? Okay, so you're gonna buff in. I always go through and I cover my skin first with the foundation. So I have a nice, good base and I can see where I need more coverage. Because the point is you want to wear the least amount of product as possible. So what I would do is go in, I just dip my brush in a little bit, and I just go in. I have old mascara on my eye, sorry. Oh, he is? Okay. I'll tell him I gave him a shout out today. And watch my video. No, don't forget to thumbs up the video. It helps me out a lot. So I'm just going to go in and buff it in to my skin so I can see where I'm going to need more coverage. Like some people have beautiful skin and they don't need the coverage that I need. So you won't need to apply nearly as much as I do. But I just go in and buff it in. Seriously, like people like Andrea who has flawless skin. I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You have beautiful, flawless skin. Not my friend. Not my friend. Give me your skin. So we just go in. What you blushing over there? But if you do have flawless skin and you want to wear foundation, just to have a good foundation for everything else, then again, light coverage just like this is all you need. But I can't settle for that because I don't have beautiful skin. So I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna dip it back in. Okay. It does come in a pump, so technically you could like pump it right on top, but I have to mix a couple of shades. So what I do is I take and I blot that where I need more coverage, and you can just basically see those spots disappearing right before your eyes. I mean, it's just crazy. And the thing is, it doesn't feel heavy. This foundation never feels heavy, and it feels like the longer you wear it, the better it freaking looks. Yeah, see, some people can get away with that beautiful, seamless, natural finish, but unfortunately, I don't like my freckles. I try to cover them, but they just disappear. Did you really? How'd you get it on sale? So I'm stippling now. So you can use this brush to stipple, which is you're just pressing, or you can use it to buff, which is your circular. This is the Because Cosmetics foundation, girl. This is that one I was telling you about. This is the one that I literally wore all day at work, came home, and it still looked like I just applied it. Flawless, wasn't creasing. Okay, okay, Becky. Yeah, like I was really surprised because I haven't used this foundation in so long, and like I couldn't figure out how to get it to give me more coverage. But it was the brush I was using. Even though I was using a stipple brush, if you need one like this that's dense, like me, I'm dense. Yeah, I heard that the Jaclyn Hill palettes are going to be launching on the 14th, and so many people are giving her trouble for it because of the video she did. Girl. So you just stipple it on, and it gives you this beautiful, flawless, full coverage that I didn't know you could get from this foundation. I literally was sleeping on this foundation. I did not realize how wonderful it was. Hey girl. So you can turn this medium coverage foundation that gives you a nice natural finish into a nice full coverage that looks natural. Oh, the new one? Okay. The new video that she launched, she's getting so much heat for it because if you look at her old Jaclyn Hill palette, this one, she did a look when she launched that palette. Well, people are doing a side-by-side comparison from that video where she launched that palette and the video where she's launching these 4 Vault palettes, and it's the same exact look. They're like, well, why would we need to buy the new palette if you can get the same look from your old palette? Makes no sense. People are giving it to her. Like, she cannot catch a break. I have to say, I don't own any Morphe palettes. I signed up for their eyeshadow, their bi-monthly eyeshadow subscription, but I have not received anything yet. I'm still on the wait list. Allegedly, they're different colors. I don't know. Honestly, it looks the same to me, too. They did a side-by-side comparison on the drama channels, and they are the same thing. It looks the same. Jessica, if you're watching, girl, click on the YouTube video so you can chat with us over here, because we can't see your comments on Facebook. Yeah, they were busting her about that gold eyeshadow. They were busting her about that gold eyeshadow. There you are. Shameless promotion. Live with Lois. I have somebody that wants to make t-shirts that say Live with Lois, but I don't know if anybody would be interested in buying them. Like, I'm like not that cool. Did you get the tour? I don't have any Morphe palettes. Y'all gonna have to let me know if those are good. See, I'm so skeptical about getting Morphe palettes because the influencers are gonna tell you they're good because they make profits off of them or whatever. I'm just sitting here playing because I have squeezed out so much of this foundation. I'm like, where else can I put this foundation? Yeah. I'm gonna have to go see what Jessica's commenting on because I can't see her comments. She's commenting on Facebook, but she's got to come to YouTube. Let's see. What the heck is that? Wait. Huh. Alright, hold on. But do you see how it just covered everything? Oh, she's over on, she's watching my video from yesterday. Hold on, let me get her to come over to YouTube. Alright, hopefully she gets that notification and she comes to YouTube. She must be a new follower because she just sent me a friend request. Or, I don't know if it said friend request or she followed me. One of the two. Alright, so let me just, look how much I had left over. I squeezed out a whole bunch thinking I was going to need all that, but I guess I didn't. I was using the Morphe brush when I figured out that this brush gives me full coverage. So, the Morphe brush is exactly like this brush, but it's not antimicrobial. Like, this brush is antimicrobial. I cannot talk. Antimicrobial. And you guys know what that means when your tools are antimicrobial. that means that you cannot, it doesn't grow bacteria. So even if you don't wash your tools, which is gross, you should wash your tools. That's why I always have, that's why I have so many freaking foundation brushes, because I don't have time to always wash them. So I'll put them in a basket and I don't use them, so I clean them. Do you love the Golden Goddess? Oh, it's your first palette? I knew that. It is a beautiful palette, I have to say. And I love the names of the stuff. Hey, Amanda. I love the names of the shadows. It's makes you feel fancy, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright. So for concealer, I need to order another Bisque Beige one. But I'm going to use Creme de la Creme, and so... Okay, Becky. Alright, so what I was telling you guys about this brush, about being able to use it several ways, so now I'm going to show you. So with this concealer, and this is a full coverage concealer. I'm telling you, this concealer is amazing. I'm going to do one second at a time just to show you. But even though it's big, you literally can take the corner of that to get in and stipple. I like the stipple, not buff my concealer, because it keeps it full coverage that way. And then I flip it around from where the product was right there. I flip it around so I can move it up a little bit right under the eye. And even if you don't get it right up against the lash line, it's okay, because that's where I put eyeshadow. So just keep that in mind. Like, even if you don't get it perfectly up against the lash line, if you plan to wear eyeshadow underneath your eye, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this brush is really nice. It feels so fancy. And I believe they said, didn't they say these were handmade? So you know you're getting a good brush, because the bristles they don't loosen up or any of that. You don't have to worry about that. You can wash it, you can abuse it, use it and abuse it. It ain't going nowheres. But do you see what the concealer just did for me? Okay, do you see that? Bags, gone. Dark circles, gone. I mean, I feel like it's a miracle concealer. I cannot tell you how many times I go back to a concealer, like I'm either lazy and don't want to dig it out, or like I have one sitting up here, I'm like, oh, that's easy, let me grab that. And then by the end of the day, I'm regretting it, because it's like, the color's gone, it gets oily, it creases. So I'm like, I don't know why I'm using any other concealer. I just need to use this one. Now I'm out of the shade I normally use, and I need to get it. I'm being lazy and not ordering it. I need to, though. I'm going to today, when I place my bulk order. I'm getting my concealer, girl. Alright. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, because I can't go out looking like this now, can I? I can, but I want people to make fun of me. I always do like this triangle. So again, I'm going to take it, get that corner first, and I'm going to blot it up and down. Because I have darkness on the inner corner. Not everybody needs to do it that way. But I have darkness on the inner corner, and that's why I blot it right there. You don't have to. I mean, it's not a rule. You don't have to do any of this. You can not wear makeup if you don't want to at all. Okay? Okay. So you just blot it. But it does give you a beautiful, nicely lit look. I love it. Nice and awake. This is like your first step of highlighting. So when you are, if you're one of those, I don't like to bake, because putting that powder under your eyes really gives you, to me, like if you're going to cake it on, a lot of times it makes me feel like it makes me look dry. So that's why I don't like to cake it on. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to highlight just right up here. This is your T-zone. That's called a T-zone. So I just take a little bit. Yeah, you already have the, you should already have the foundation with your kit, right? You don't, and I know you enjoy your flawless skin too. You suck. So you won't need a lot. But it makes a really good base if you're going to use the rest of the products on your face. Not just because any products, you know, when you wear when you wear a foundation. It's the foundation of your makeup. You know, makes everything nice and smooth. Your complexion, it evens everything out. Yeah. So this just highlights everything when you go a couple shades lighter, which is what I like to do. Doing my concealer now. Now, this is where you may be like, Lois, why? I'm just in love with my Master Fix powder. I'm sorry. I love my Master Fix powder. So I'm going to use that for under my eye. But I will use the other powder for the rest of my face. But I'm sorry. I can't budge on that. I have to use it. And then the Set and Extend powder I'll use for the rest of my face. But I just can't work with that. Okay? Okay? Alright, so this is the Maybelline Master Fix Set and Perfect powder. So I'm going to take a brush. Take my finger. Hi, Patty. How are you, girl? I saw your message that you sent me. And so next time I go to the post office, girl, I got you all boxed up and ready to go. And I have no idea how long that message was there. I just happened to see that I had a message request the other day. And I was like, oh, I hope that wasn't there when I went to the post office. Alright, so take that same finger. We're going to go over here. And the reason I do this is anytime you use a concealer under your eyes, especially because it's liquid. Did you? What color did you get? It tends to gather in your creases. It doesn't matter what concealer you use. It always does that. So right before you set it with powder, make sure you go in and blot it, so that way you are getting that out of your creases and you're not setting it in your crease like that. And if you make that face, it don't help. But it feels like it does. So stretch it. You look like the people from Whoville. Y'all know y'all do it. Don't lie. Don't you be lying. Alright. So I will take the set. Y'all know I really like tinted powders because I feel like it gives me more coverage. But because it does have a Set and Extend finishing powder, it says finishing powder, but you can use it to set as well. Hence the name Set and Extend. It comes with its own little sponge, but you know me, I'm a brush junkie, so we won't be using that. Pink Paradise. I haven't seen anybody in that one yet. You'll definitely have to show me what it looks like on. I want to see it. Alright, I'm looking for my white brushes. Here we go. These are my white brushes. I have a bin. Separate my brushes. Or, I have a bin that holds cups. And a cup separate my brushes. I'm quite the hoarder. I have about 10 or 12 of these cups. Do they have anonymous meetings for brush orders? I'd like to sign up, please. Okay, so I'm going to take that brush. I'm going to dip it in there, okay? Just tap off lightly. Alright, so we're going to tap it into our concealer and foundation. And because it's translucent, it matches everybody's skin tone. And because it's translucent, you can't see where it goes. So I'm like, did I get some on there? I don't know. Let me just add a little more. The cool thing is, they did this demo with this Set and Extend powder. It's so crazy. Something in it creates it to be like waterproof, so it waterproofs your makeup. I'm like, I need to figure out when and how I can do this demo to show you guys. I just haven't had time. They literally put makeup on their hand. They put this powder over it and they dipped their hand in water and it freaking beaded off their makeup. Like, what? Get out of here. So, I was like tripping. I was like, I cannot believe that it freaking waterproofs your makeup. It's just powder. Like, how is that? Like, yeah, you guys should all do this demo. I'm like, what? So, like, if you sweat or you are stuck in a storm somewhere, your kids, like, have water guns. That's the powder for you, girl. Working in hostile environments, you need to waterproof your makeup. Alright, so everything's set. This is a Because brush. This is a multi-use brush. Hey, girl. It's a multi-use brush, so you literally can do several things. Like, you could, if you squeeze the bristles, it creates a sharper look, so you can do like contour. You also could use this brush I'm gonna use it for several things now. Now I'm done with like the base stuff, I'll show you, but you can use it for so many freaking things. Alright, so we're gonna go in with bronzer. You know how much I love my bronzer. So I'm gonna use 2 shades. I'm gonna use Totally Tan, because I'm tan girl, and Deep Bronze. Alright, so this is the Totally Tan. These do go on really smooth, I have to say. They go on super smooth. So I'm just gonna I barely dipped it, tap it off, because girl, these are pigmented. Alright, so I'm just gonna dust that over, dust it over. You know I love my bronzing brush. This one's nice too, because I literally, if you feel the bristles on this, I have a Morphe brush, Morphe powder brush that feels exactly like it. If you close your eyes, you won't be able to tell the difference. But this comes in that brush set. What palette? Ooh, I don't even know what palette I'm using today. One of those 3. I might use the Rebel Rose palette. I'm going to do a natural look today, believe it or not. Believe it or not. You're like, yeah, right, Lois. I know this trick. You done tricked us before. Do you see how pretty that's going on? Hey, Liz. Do you see how pretty it just goes on? It just goes on so nice and smooth and like subtle. So there's 3 shades of these, and I have all 3 of them because I tend to change colors like a chameleon up in this mug. We gonna be twinning. We can put on our little headdress and be looking the same in our badge reels. He's in Houston today. Aww. You need to do something today. What is, oh, so we can make our goal. Yes. Yes. Alright, so now I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to do it like this. And I'm going to run it up my nose to give a little bit of okay, so just like that. Now I'm going to take the Deep Bronze. I totally broke it and trans it like when I was moving it. So I just take that and I'm going to put it just on the outer edges, the complete outer edges. It gives it a little bit more dimension. So essentially, like, I'm basically contouring with bronzer. I do have a a contour palette, and I'll be using that in just a little bit. But and don't worry, my nose isn't going to stay like that. I did see that. I wish she would do her makeup again more often because she's so freaking pretty. And I miss her pictures and her videos. She did. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Just don't have time. I fixed broken palettes before like that, but I should be using my favorite brush. I have like favorite brushes that I like to use. This one is really good for like I have so many brushes that, and this is a good essential brush kit because all the brushes in this palette are like logical, like stuff you know you will use, you can use. I have so many brushes that are specifically for specific things. I'm just used to using certain brushes. But so I'm using that deeper bronze. I'm staying low right there, just in that section. Just kind of sweeping it back and forth right there. I don't want to get it too dramatic today because I was going to try to keep it natural, but we're going to see how that works out for me. You already know. Stuff just happens. You never know. Alright, so since I'm going to keep it natural today, I'm going to use a couple of shades of blushes. I can't find the one I need. Alright, I'm going to use Barely There and Apricot Flush. Now this shows up a lot better if you have a lighter skin tone, but I'm just going to show you how I like to wear it. She has definitely butterflied, hasn't she? Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Alright, I forgot. I do need to go in with this really fast. Let me use a little bit of eye primer first. I'm all out of whack. Alright, so the Because Eye Primer, this primer is going to make your eyeshadow last forever. When I first started to review these products, I was so surprised. I could not believe how freaking long my eyeshadow lasted. When you guys saw us on the road, I used this eyeshadow primer, and 35.5 hours later, when we got to Amanda's house, my eyeshadow still looked like I just applied it. Yeah. And it does really smooth out, and because it is slightly tinted, it does kind of help color correct your eyelids. So if you have the veins, see all the veins and stuff, it kind of helps to smooth out and hide some of that. So you just want to take and I don't rub it on, I just pat it, and that really helps to smooth everything out. So you just pat it till it feels like it's all smooth. You see the difference in texture? I can see it. I don't know if you can. You see all the veins and stuff over here, and this looks like it's been color corrected. Yeah, Amanda was very skeptical to try because her face, she has to be careful. Her face is sensitive, and her skin, I mean, so much so that she was like, I'm not using any other moisturizer except for a Simple. I don't put any of that crap on my face. But then she real quickly realized, like, man, my face is improving. Who can improve this face? It's so beautiful already. But yes, Because did it for her. Not sponsored, but could be. Tell you what, though, I got hold of that lip while we were in Utah, didn't I? She had big juicy lips when I was done. I tried to get Roger to do that with your lip. He wasn't listening to me. Alright, so this is a contour palette. There's two different ones. This one's in the shade Radiant Beige. Now, as you can see, There are some cool tone ones in here, the contours. I do use these for more like nighttime look, but this is a daytime look. Yes, Becky. Yes, girl. So I only use the contour shade, like the cool tone shades, like these. I'll mainly use whenever I'm like going out when I'm on the contour. But this one is warm tone, so I basically could use that as a bronzers. So that works out pretty well. Um, but what I'm going to use right now is this banana shade right here. I'm going to take that and put it down the bridge of my nose to highlight just like right down here. They do work for eyeshadows. That's right, because they are so pigmented. I'm just gonna blend. Actually, I do want to add a little bit, just to correct and bring in the shape. Bring in the shape a little bit more. And I'm using the one on the end on the right. You can totally like correct the shape of your nose if you want to. Some of us aren't all born with perfect little noses, Allie. Beautiful, perfect button noses. Okay? Some of us have to work hard for it. Okay? I'm just saying. Blending it a little bit downward. Okay? Now, I'm going to take my angled eye contour brush, and I'm going to take that lighter shade, and I'm going to put that right there under the arch. Aww. You should like your whole face. You have beautiful lips. When you did the picture with that lip crayon, it looked really, you did a really good job with your makeup. I love the way you coordinated everything. Not you. Oh, Andrea. Nicholas, my middle son, has a wide flat nose. And Joe was like, where did he get that nose? I'm like, that's a Filipino nose. It's a wide, flat nose. Bye, girl. You do the same. Why do you feel so neglected? Alright. We are going to leave this palette out because I am going to be using it in a little bit. Now let's move on to blush. Alright, so these are really great blushes if you were going to do a natural look. So we have Barely There and Apricot Flush. So the Barely There, I'll show you the shades before I go and apply them. Especially if you have lighter skin tone, these do work well as a more vivid blush if you have a lighter skin tone. But these are them. They're very similar in shade, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to go in with the Barely There first. So I just take and brush it from up here, brush it back. I have to add a little bit more because I'm darker. I'm darker. Okay. But it does give a little bit of a glow. You can kind of see as I'm working it in. But I've used this on brides, and I'm telling you, they're like, oh my gosh, it's perfect because it wasn't too dark. Bye, girl. Yes, you know I'm going to be here when you're done with your teacher, okay? Alright. So I always go, when I'm doing the more natural look, I go in with this one first. And you don't have to be as generous with people with lighter skin tones. Girl, you know I'm going to be here. She'll be like, I'm back. 3 years later, Lois is still doing her eyeshadow. Alright, see how that gave me a little bit of color, but it's not overwhelming. But I'm going to take a little bit of the apricot flush, and I'm going to go right over it, but I don't have to go as bright or as intense. This has a little bit of a sheen, so it gives you more of a natural glow. I don't normally do shiny blushes, like shimmery blushes, but this one is gorgeous, and it's not super shiny, so you don't feel like you're putting highlighter on your cheeks. It feels more like you just have a natural glow. Like it goes with the whole theme of a natural look. So that's what I like about this blush. So see how I brought color back to my face, but it's not overwhelming. So I really love that about these two blushes. If I was going to pick one, it would be the apricot blush. So if you guys are thinking about getting one and you want the more natural, I would go with the apricot blush, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the setting spray. My favorite! Oh, you felt so neglected in Utah. Why is that? Oh gosh, Liz, that would be amazing. You should rate them for me. I already have friends there. Tell them they wouldn't have to pay for a hotel. I'll come stay with you. Okay. Alright. So I take that. I would have to get you to take me sightseeing, though. I would want to see the country. Everywhere. I'd be taking pictures everywhere. Like, look where I went. Okay. I bet it's beautiful. Okay. Now, I don't want to wipe my hands on my shirt. This is my new Because shirt. See? From the back. Look. Well, we don't have brow products, so I'm going to use something. I'm going to go back to the ABH dip brow, but I'm also going to use, let me open this one. I'm going to use this. This is the natural brown. I've been using the espresso one, and I've been using the natural black one. So I want to use the natural brown, see how light it is, so if I use it on clients, I know. I went and bought up all the ones that they had in the store, because I don't know if they're going to continue to sell it. So I bought them all. Yesterday, it did good until the end of the day, and it started to disintegrate, like right in the front where I draw my little hairs in. So I'm going to use this for the arch part, but I'm going to use my gel for the inner hairs, if that makes sense. Alright, so I'm just going to use this Morphe E11, but I'm going to use my Because brush when I get to the little hairs in the front. Alright. Amanda's giving away a free brush set? Who's giving away a free brush set? Oh my gosh. If you guys wanted to get your hands on this freaking brush set, y'all better talk to Amanda. Y'all could get that famous eyebrow brush. But there are a lot of great brushes in this set. I'm going to be using them throughout this whole video, so you're going to see them. Okay, send me an invite, and if you want, I'll join you really fast. So all of my people that didn't see my live will probably see yours, so. No makeup. You felt neglected because you didn't have any makeup on. You were wearing makeup. You should have went live while we were live. we would have all had lives going at the same time. People would have been hopping around watching all three of us. Okay, girl. I don't know how people slap this on and make it super thick looking, because I would feel like because it's so waxy that it would look really, really weirdly. You're gonna pack up in the suitcase? You're gonna go with me to Scotland? Oh my gosh, we would have a blast, wouldn't we? Oh my gosh. I would have to take my whole team and we would all go to Scotland, and we're gonna stay at Liz's house. We'll have to sleep on the floor and stuff, but I don't care. We're gonna go over there. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I want to travel. I just have too many kids to do it right now. That would be amazing. If you guys are watching and you're not subscribed, shame on you. I'm just going to say that. Make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss anything. I'm so bad I did not do my unboxing videos for my Morphe brushes or Lip Monthly this month. So bad. I think next month when I get my snack crate, we're gonna do an unboxing for the snack crate, and we're gonna eat it. So if you guys want to come watch me and my kids critique snacks from other countries and describe to you what they're like. Sometimes it's really funny because we'll get stuff and we disagree on whether we like it or not, and then some of the kids were like, give me more, and some of the kids are like, that's nasty. Some of the kids are like, throw that in the trash, and there'll be ones that we all agree on, you know, like, oh, that's delicious, or that's really gross, and then, you know, it's funny. But it's hilarious when they put a freaking lollipop in there. Like, what are you going to do with a lollipop if we're trying to share it between 9 people? They'll, like, take a lick and pass it around. Well, what else can you do? You know, they only put, like, one in there. Like, what am I going to do with one lollipop? Well, I guess they don't really make the snack crate boxes for 9 people, but, you know. It is a lot of fun, though, to do these, to do the snack crate with the kids. Alright. Let me put this ABH Dip Brow stuff up, and I'm going to open this natural brown Ebony New York stuff for the first time. Ew, like a bunch of oil came out the front. Okay. It's very oily, like it hasn't been mixed up in a while. Oh, that's not an indication that the rest of it's going to be dry. Alright, so I'm going to take the spoolie. This is one that comes in the kit, but I'm going to brush out the brows just a little bit. Just in case there's any like pieces of like waxy looking parts, that gets kind of brushed in. It looks a little more natural. And then I'm going to take my fancy brush. I like to squeeze the bristles so that way it's razor sharp. I take the tip of that brush and go in to the product. And now I'm going to go and see what that does. I love this brush. So this is another brush that comes in that collection that Amanda's giving away. I didn't do your makeup! I totally would have done it in the car. All of us were like sleeping most of the time. I wanted to do your makeup so bad. I know, I told Gay I would do hers too. I thought for sure we would have more time to do other stuff. Next time we go, we have to stay an extra day. Like go a day early and stay an extra day late. Deal? I'm saving money. I'm gonna start now. So next time we go, we're going to go a day early and we're going to stay a day late. Alright, so we're done with brows. I feel like this one is thicker than the other. Yeah. Next year will be way better. Way better. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for freaking Las Vegas. You have no idea. I've never been. I'm not gambling, though. I'm telling you that right now. I like my money too much, and I'm scared I'll lose it. Okay. Alright, so you know what time it is. We're going to go ahead and pray. And, let's see. Just a sec. Crap, who was it? Exactly. I want to go see some of the shows like Celine Dion and Britney Spears and all that. I want to do all of that. I feel like this brow goes in a little straighter. Let me fix that because I'm looking at it and it's irking me. I'm like, something is wrong with these brows and it's bothering me. But yesterday during my video, who was it that said they said pray for me? Somebody that has issues with pain. Who was it? Who was it? I got it in my brain. I know somebody said it. I don't remember who it was. Like, while I was praying, they were like, "Don't forget to pray for me." Who was it? She was on yesterday. Angie. It was Angie. Okay, ready? So we're gonna pray for Angie. We're also gonna pray. We're also gonna pray for Yvonne's daughter. You're so crazy, Andrea. All right, ready? Just bow your head and close your eyes. Lord, we come to you this morning. I'm just so amazed that day after day, you just keep bringing my friends back to hang out with me, and I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate their time more than I can ever express. And God, I know that you're moving, and I see you move every day in people's lives, and sometimes it can be subtle, Lord, and sometimes it's just like, bam, right there in front of your face, and you can just, it's so amazing. I have watched people transform right in front of my very face, and it's just, it's just amazing, God, I know you exist. I mean, when I see a rainbow, and it reminds me of my dad, and just think about where those rainbows come from, it's just like, amazing. Just how things just work just together just perfectly to create things like that. Things like the Northern Lights, which I will go see one day. It's got to come from you, Lord. Such beautiful stuff like that. You just can't explain. God, there are people right now that just need to see a miracle from you. And people like Angie, who is going through a lot of pain and issues with her body. Lord, just give her comfort and peace at this time, and just strength to get through what she's got to get through. God, I have a friend who is possibly battling breast cancer, waiting on results. Lord, I just pray that you give her some peace as she waits on these results. And Lord, just pray that these tests come back negative. Lord, I know you can't beg and barter and gamble when it comes to asking you for miracles, Lord, but whatever has to happen in that situation, Lord, just fix that. Also, Lord, we have a little girl who is going to have a heart procedure done tomorrow. Yvonne's granddaughter. Lord, I just pray for you to be there with the doctors during that whole time. Be with that family. Be with Yvonne and her daughter and her granddaughter who is going through this. Lord, be with everybody that's going to be in that waiting room waiting on her. Give them a peace knowing that you're in control. You're in charge. That you will never let anything happen to that little girl. Lord, I just pray that she comes out on the other side and that whatever they had to fix is fixed. She never has to deal with it again. And that she can... That totally sucked. I don't know how long my video was out for, but I'm done praying. That sucks. Where did it leave off? YouTube, you suck. welcome. Okay. Okay, yeah, that was the last thing I prayed about. I hope everything goes okay. Please keep her in your thoughts, guys, during the day tomorrow. 11 a.m. Eastern time is what time she's going into surgery. You guys see Yvonne on here all the time, so you know who she is, right? Tell them, Yvonne. You're like, it's me, it's me. Alright, so y'all ready for some eyes? Let me get down my palette. My palette. So I'm going to use the Rebel Rose palette today. So we have the Supernatural Nude. I'll show you what each palette looks like individually. So you have the Supernatural Nude. You have the Smoke and Mirrors palette. You've seen me use this several times. I love my black a lot. And then this one is the Rebel Rose palette. So I'm going to use the Rebel Rose today. Show you what this baby can do. Alright, zoom you in. Push you up. Push it up like a bra. Alright, girl. Alright, so I'm going to pull out my Because brushes and show you that you can achieve any look with these amazing brushes. Alright, so in that brush palette, or that brush set, you're going to get this one, which is your blending brush. You're also going to get hold on. This one, which is your large shadow brush. This works great for, you can use it for your crease. You can also use it for packing on color on the lid. And it works great for blending because it's fluffy at the end. You get a smaller one. Is it? You're going to have to show me a picture when you're done. This is the smaller one. Let me show you the difference between the sizes. Both of these come in there. So you get a little bit more precise with that one. Okay, and then there is an amazing brush that comes in this palette that you cannot find anywhere else. I keep saying palette, I mean brush set. And it's this little bitty brush here. This brush works for so many different things. It's small and detailed. See how sharp it can get? So this brush I use like when I do cut creases. I also can use it for eyeliner because it gets so precise. I also can use it for lip liner. Just so many different things. It's just crazy how versatile the brushes are in this one set of brushes. So aside from these four, you also got that spoolie, the eyebrow brush, and then that powder brush that you saw me using. This one. So that's a total of 7 brushes plus the beautiful case it comes in, which has a magnetic thing on it to close, and I mean down to the stitching is just beautifully done. I feel like he was too close. Back up. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so we are going to start out with, I'm going to use this brush, the bigger one. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is closest to my natural skin tone in this palette. So we're going to apply that all in the crease. I forgot to put primer under my eye. I'm going to use the Because primer under my eye today, just to try to keep it as much because as possible. Alright. Keep it a little bit. So I'm going to use that little bitty brush. I squeezed out way too much. This stuff spreads out a lot easier than that hard candy one. I always forget this is the good stuff. So what is you guys' favorite eyeshadow primer at the moment? I highly recommend you try this one, just by the way. Okay. You didn't have to apply that much, but I had already squeezed it out and I didn't want to waste it, so, you know. Alright, so now I'm going to go in, I'm going to use, there's another shade in here that's a little bit darker. So it's, sorry, this one right here. So I'm going to use that one. But I'm going to use that one with the black bristles. Dip that in and tap off just a little bit. There is, under eye primers normally are a little more hydrating. They say they're hydrating usually because you need that for under your eye, you know, the hydration. Building this color. I'm trying to keep it natural for you guys. Might get a little. Hi Lorraine, how are you, girl? Crap, I'm supposed to send tracking info to somebody. Who was it that I was supposed to send tracking info to? Was it Marlene? I think it was Marlene. Promise I have your tracking info. It's somewhere. Like, I can't remember. I mailed off everybody's stuff. And like, I was like, oh, I was in such a hurry on Friday. Out the door. I worked so freaking late on Friday, and then my car was acting up. That's always fun. Alright, so I'm going to use this smaller, this is the smaller of the two flat brushes. So that same color I was just using in my crease, I'm going to go right under the eye with that. This is a really pretty color. I love this color. It's like a dusty rose color, I guess you can say, because it's got a like a cool undertone to it. So it almost looks like a brownish pink, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's really pretty. to wipe off my brush, and I'm just going to lightly blend right under the eye. Alright, so there is a shade in here, this lighter shade, this one right here, the lightest shade that's in there. I'm going to take that and go right, I'm going to dust that like right under the eyebrow. Karen, I don't know if you're watching me on YouTube. If you are, click on the video and come to YouTube so you can chat with us, because you're commenting on Facebook, but we can't see it, girl. We can't see you. Come to YouTube, girl. We are live there right now. Alright, I hope she sees that. She was watching my video from yesterday, where I did the full face of NYX. Alright. So I just wiped off my brush. I'm going to go back in and just dust that over. Just blend in the crease. It's right there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of that same color. I'm going to put this on the inner portion of my eyelid. Alright. Alright, there's a shade right here next to the light shade. This one, I'm going to take that and brush that over right in the crease of, right in the corner of the brow. See how pretty that is? So pretty. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of rose water. And just use that same color for the inner corner of the eyelid. Very pretty. Okay. Now I want to take, there's a slightly darker shade, this one right here. So I'm going to take that, oops, wrong brush. My bad. What did I just do with my little brush? I just had it. It's right here. Okay. I'm going to take that and put that like right here. Right in the center. Hi, Michelle. Did you get it? I'm going to be waiting to see your picture. I can't wait. Alright, so on the inner corner where I did put the lighter shade, that basically was just a lay foundation, but I'm going to use this color right here, I'm going to use that to go right over top of that. I just don't want to use the same colors I used on the inner corner because I'm not trying to outshine that. This one has a slight shimmer to it, but it's not as bright as the other one. Okay, so I'm basically ombreing this back. So now I'm going to go slightly darker, and I'm going to use, let me swatch these on and see which one I want to use. I could use either one of those really, but I'm going to use this one right here. Amber, I don't know if you're watching on Facebook, baby, but come to YouTube so we can see what you're saying. Alright. So I'm just patting that on the lid first. I don't know if you guys can see okay. I'm patting it on the lid. I'm going to pat it just a little bit on the outer corner right there. Got a little bit of fallout. Hold on. I'm going to take this black brush. We're going to buff that in just a little bit. Hold on. This fallout's killing me. I'm not tapping off my brush, so it's causing fallout. There we go. That's better. Alright, so I feel like I always miss that spot right there. And I'm totally using a different shade now. I didn't mean to. I dipped in the wrong one. We're going to work it out though, don't worry. So I guess what I do to one side, I'm going to have to do to the other, right? This is quickly turning into a smoky eye. I'm so goofy. Let me bring it in a little bit more because I dipped into this dark shade in here on accident. Okay. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? I do want to bring that shade over a little bit more. What side did I put it on? There we go. So I want to kind of bring it inward, like at an angle. Alright. Okay, so it kind of goes back out. If that makes sense. I did not mean to dip into that darker shade. Like, what happened? Getting a little dramatic. Went in whoosh, at an angle with it, and then I'll blend out the edges, especially the edges. So much for the natural look. I really was going to go for a natural look, but I accidentally dipped into that really dark shade. So So now it's going to be like almost like a cat eye, smoky eye type deal. Okay, so I gotta go a tad bit darker on this side. Bye, girl. Oh, girl, I don't know. That's so risque. I don't know if I can do that one. Do you think I can do that one? Like, Lois can do anything. It's beautiful, though. I don't think I have that color eyeliner. I have to go buy one. Ah. Well, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna try to lighten this up just a little bit. In person, it doesn't look as dark as it does in the video. Now it's better. Okay. We're building it, building it, building it. I'll have to screenshot it and look at it real close. Alright. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that shimmer. Shimmer, shimmy, 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 coconut. Alright. I'm losing my brushes. They were right here. Okay, so I'm going to go in with that lighter shade right here. What you doing, baby? You gonna drink my coffee? Okay. Okay, girl. Alright. And then that medium shade right over the center portion. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna use a different brush now. So I have a brush. Where is it? Okay, my BH Cosmetics smudge brush. There's that dark shade I've been using on the outer edges. I'm gonna take that and smoke it out.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, sweet pea. Go right in here. Don't run off with my coffee, please. Bring that back. I'm not gonna bring it all the way in. I'm just gonna keep this dark shade right here on the outer half of my eye. Okay. So much for a natural look, right? Okay. Now I can go ahead and take this eyeliner on. I hope I can find my freaking gel liner because somehow I misplaced it and I don't know where it is. It's probably tucked in here somewhere. I sharpen it so much, so it's probably shorter than the rest of them. My pen Oh, here it is. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take my gel pencil. Stuff just glides right on. Alright, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to, again, you know how I like to smoke it out. So I'm going to put it right, like, at the base of my lash line. Just like right up against my lashes. Alright. And I'm going to take that BH Cosmetics smudge brush and just smoke it out. So you're just basically smudging it. Just keep blending, 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 just keep blending, blending. Alright, so once it looks like that you've had your eyeliner on for 5 years, what you do is you take you a liquid eyeliner now. Where is my Because liquid? Here it is. Okay. So this is the, you want to see something cool? You can actually make a wing out of your eyeliner. And you can put it any angle you want. You literally can freaking make a stamp out of this eyeliner. Did you know that? This around. Wait, I'm probably just fixed it. Okay. I feel like my eyeshadow was drying out. Okay, there we go. That's better.
Do you know the passcode to Daddy's tablet?
It should be the same thing, I think, right?
Can you do it for me?
When I get off.
What?
When I get off this video. Did you go pee?
Please, can you?
Go. Listen, you need to go potty.
Then can you do it?
When I get off my video. You should not be thinking about that first thing you do when you get up in the morning. Listen, if you're going to bother me, I'm not going to let you play Daddy's tablet, period. Because he didn't say you
I'll
could.
put it behind.
Okay. See how I did that? Stamp it, girl. She should still be sleeping. I'm trying to hurry, so I'm like getting so sloppy. Need to slow down. don't know what I used in my eye, but it caused the skin on my eye to get super dry. What did I just say? After what? Watch cartoons for right now, and when I'm done, I will get up and do that for you. You should still be sleeping. It caused my lash line, like right along my lash line, to get super dry, and the skin started to peel a little bit. This eyeliner is 20, I believe it's 20. But I love that you can freaking get, it basically is a stamp. You can just stamp your wing on. You want me to invoice you for one? I'm going to place my order this afternoon so I can order yours with mine so you don't have to pay the $7 shipping. You can just pay the $3.50 and I can send it to you. But yeah, this eyeliner is very nice, and it's water resistant. So if like you get splashed or whatever, you don't have to worry about your eyeliner running anywhere. All right, so let's go up. Let's see, mascara. I think I needed a new tube of mascara. I don't know if this is my new one. It's not. Tube. I need to get my new one.
Mommy.
I'll get paid till the 3rd. What? I love you. Yeah, I gotta put the order in by end of day today for that to go towards my goal. But we can still order you one when you get paid on the 3rd. I had lent my mom $70. I'm like, Mom, I was only supposed to be 35. She got me good, man. I sent her 35 through Messenger, and she went to her doctor's appointment. She was like, the money didn't go in because the card's declining. I'm like, Mom, I sent you the money. It says you got it. She says, I said, did you check your account? And she's like, I didn't spend it. It's there. I'm like, Mom, I promise you, the money's there. She's never done a deposit from Messenger before. So she looked it up, and I guess her account was overdrawn. She's like crying because she's like, I can't get my injections in my back today because I don't have the money. Well, go try. And then I was like, well, ask them if I can pay over the phone. So then I had to pay another $35 just for her to go to the doctor. So I'm like, you got me, man. So coming back from this trip and trying to catch on everything and then paying her $70 to go see the doctor like killed me. But she has like really bad back pain. If she doesn't go get these injections, she basically is like, she can't do anything because her back hurts so bad in her neck. So I was like, she was literally crying because they didn't have time to do her injections last time they went. And so she was like in tears. I was like, just ask them if they can take my card over the phone, I'll pay. She's like, I didn't realize my account was overdrawn. She literally had enough to cover, when I deposited the $35, it covered what her account was overdrawn for, and she had $3 left. I need to open a new mascara. I've had this one since December. Like, I need a new one. Alright, I'm going to use that brown one next. Let me go ahead and put my lashes on, girl. My poor mom. They have the worst luck. Freaking crane landed on her house. She had to move into a new place. She got some property, thank goodness, but you have so many darn chickens. I'm like, get rid of some of your chickens and you won't have to buy food for them and build cages for them and all that. Start eating them chickens.
I'm tired.
Stop, Sophia. Get your foot off my back. That mascara is really good. Y'all are going to be getting that as your next free item out of the, if you did the lip crayon thing, that's going to be your next free item is the mascara. You're going to really love it. I know you are. Alright, let me find my tweezers. Hold on. Alright, we're almost done, y'all. Almost done. I don't know if that lash is ready. Let me just put some mascara on my bottom lashes while I'm waiting. Okay, girl, yeah, I definitely want to see. This is the brown one. If you aren't planning to wear like much makeup at all, like you plan on just doing a natural look, try a brown mascara. I know a lot of people are skeptical. They like their black mascara. But if you are just going to do a natural look or barely wear any makeup at all, try a brown mascara. I promise. It'll be bold enough for you to see your lashes. Because this one's brown. I'm putting it over the black one that I had because I need a new black one. Every time I get a mascara, I order one. Someone always buys it for me before I can even open it. They're like, I need more of that mascara, girl. Give me more of that mascara. It's some good stuff. I'm like, okay. I'll just order me a new one, and then every time I order a new one, someone else needs it as soon as it gets here. I like that it lengthens without clumping. It never clumps. Lots of practice, girl. It does. It takes a lot of practice. And you know, a lot of times, we have different like tools and stuff. So sometimes you have to do them a little bit different, just based on the tools that you have. But just keep practicing, and I promise you'll get the hang of it. When I use this for my falsies, I don't squeeze down all the way. So that's like a tip I have to give you guys. Like, I don't squish it all the way. I just use it to press them together because the mascara from my natural lashes helps to basically stick to the falsies. So you don't have to worry about like squishing them down completely. Now for a lipstick, totally going with red today. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. I love my red so much. You need to be going to sleep. I'm going to be using the Glamorous Garnet. Let me zoom you guys back out a little bit. Alright, so my favorite lip liner from Because is the Rebel Red one. My absolute favorite. Yay! Which one did you end up getting again? They are really pigmented, and they go on so smooth. I wish the lip crayons, they had a red one. I would rock it. But these lip pencils are so freaking pigmented and smooth. Watch, I'm going to use it all over the lip to show you. You could even use it as a lipstick. It is such a pretty red. It's such a pretty shade of red. And it's a little more orangey in the video, but that's funny. But in person, it's deeper. It looks like it's a deeper shade of red. You lost me. I'm still here. Such a pretty, it feels so good on the lips. Both of these lip products, they feel so like hydrating. I can't explain how good it freaking feels. So last but not least, let me reset my face, and then I have highlighter I want to use. So it's about to rain. I hear it's like thundering outside so bad. So I'm going to go back into this palette right here, and I'm going to use my little highlighting brush. Sorry, that's not the, that's the eyeshadow palette. I meant to use this. So I'm going to go in, there's a little highlighter shade right here. Watch this. I mean, come on. Yes. You see how pretty that is? Oh my gosh. This little highlighter palette is, this highlighter and contour is beautiful. This is a really great palette because these are so pigmented, you could even use these as eyeshadows. So if you wanted to pick like, you like, oh, I don't know if I want the contour palette, because you could use this as bronzer, contour, highlight, eyeshadow, all of that. If you wanted to pick one palette that you can do all of those with, you totally could use this one palette. It is $45, but that's the same price as the eyeshadow palettes, and you can only use them for eyeshadows. You literally can use this one palette for all of those things. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done. And I'll do check-ins throughout the day to show you guys how the makeup holds up. But I'm telling you, I'm thoroughly impressed with the way it applies. I'm obsessed with how it looks. I mean, it looks really good. You just can't tell. It looks like I'm not even wearing foundation or powder or anything. Like, it just looks very natural. So, even though you know that I have all these skin problems underneath, all of it's disappeared. So, I will be checking in throughout the day, and I will see you tomorrow on Facebook. Mwah! Love you.